Before there was a company, before there was a car, there was a man, and the land that raised him. In the soft light of Emilia-Romagna, mornings began with the scent of earth and engine oil. The fields taught patience. The war would soon teach resilience. Ferruccio Lamborghini grew up not chasing luxury, but possibility. Anything that could move, could be improved. He learned how to mend before he learned how to build. Broken tractors became lessons in endurance. Opportunity hidden in rust and dust. Each repaired engine was a step out of poverty. Each satisfied farmer, a silent investor in his belief. The countryside spoke through the rhythm of pistons and plows, reminding him that progress could be honest work. By sunset, his hands were black with grease and ambition, and somewhere between the hum of machines and the quiet of the fields, the idea of something greater began to stir. This is where it started, before the bull, before the legend, just Ferruccio, the soil, and a dream taking shape in steel. Entire History of Lamborghini, Episode 3, Ferruccio, the man behind the bull. War has a way of taking what you love and forcing you to rebuild it from memory. For Ferruccio, it stripped life down to metal, dust, and willpower. Engines that once promised freedom became tools of survival. He watched machines break men, and men break machines to keep going. In that chaos, he found his gift, turning wreckage into something that moved again. When the noise finally faded, Italy was wounded, but awake. The war left fields empty, but filled his mind with possibility. He returned home with nothing but skill, stubbornness, and a sense that the future could be built by hand. Every bolt salvaged, every scrap of metal forged into a new tractor wasn't just work. It was defiance. A promise that progress would return to this land. And as the engines of peace began to hum again, Ferruccio Lamborghini's story was only beginning to take shape. From silence came rhythm. The clang of tools, the hiss of oil, the heartbeat of invention returning to life. In a small shed outside Gento, Ferruccio worked not for glory, but for movement. Each wrench turn, each line drawn on paper, a quiet conversation between man and machine. What others saw as scrap, he saw as potential. He built tractors from the ruins of war, shaping strength out of what was once broken. The workshop became his cathedral. Sunlight through dust, engines as hymns, and for the first time since the fighting ended, Italy began to hum again. He wasn't chasing fame, he was building freedom. One engine, one idea, one spark at a time. And though he didn't yet know it, that spark was about to ignite something far greater than the world expected. The war had left a silence across Italy. But from the fields of Emilia, a new sound began to rise. Not of conflict, but creation. Ferruccio's tractors rolled from factory doors like promises kept. Engines he'd built with his own hands now tilled the same soil that once bore scars of battle. Farmers shook his hand, families gathered around new tables, and prosperity returned with the hum of diesel and laughter. Italy was rebuilding, not through monuments or speeches, but through work, through motion. And at the heart of it all stood Ferruccio, the mechanic who had learned to turn opportunity into legacy. From iron and sweat, he forged something stronger than steel: belief. And soon, that belief would take on a new shape, one far faster, louder, and destined to carry his name across the world. Success had given Ferruccio everything he'd ever wanted: comfort, respect, a name known across Italy. But for a man who lived by machines, satisfaction was never idle. He began to collect the best cars of his time: Maseratis, Jaguars, Ferraris, each one a masterpiece, yet none without flaws. And when his prized Ferrari broke down, the man who built tractors decided to fix it himself. He found the same clutch his tractors used, the same part, the same weakness. So Ferruccio did what he always had. He improved it. When he told Enzo Ferrari, expecting understanding, he found only arrogance. Ferrari dismissed him, told him he knew nothing of cars. That moment, the sting of pride, the burn of insult, became fuel. Because Ferruccio didn't argue, he walked away, and in that silence, a revolution began to form, one that would shake Modena to its core. The bull had been provoked, and it was ready to charge. After the storm came clarity. Ferruccio had been humiliated, but not defeated. He returned home to Sant'Agata, where the land was quiet and fertile, and began again, not as a farmer, not as a mechanic, but as a visionary. On a flat field beneath the dawn, he laid out blueprints for something new. A factory built on precision, on pride, on the belief that he could outbuild anyone in Modena. Concrete poured. Steel rose. Sparks lit the walls before there even was a roof. Each weld, each beam, a promise. He didn't want to compete with Ferrari anymore. He wanted to redefine what a grand touring car could be. Strength without arrogance. Beauty without compromise. As the sun broke through the scaffolding, a single word appeared on the wall. Lamborghini. A name not born in racing, but in resilience. Not born from rivalry, but from rebirth. The workshop fell silent. Only dust and sunlight filled the air, the calm before creation. Under a canvas cover sat Ferruccio's next leap. Not a tractor, not a tool of labor, but a statement of belief. Hands uncovered the shape, smooth curves of metal and purpose, a heart forged from the finest Italian steel, waiting for breath. Wrenches turned, bolts tightened, a chain creaked, and the V12 descended into place, like a soul finding its body. A key turned, silence broke, with a sound that would echo for generations. Workers gathered, drawn by the hum. Smiles grew. They weren't just witnessing a machine start, they were watching a dream awaken. The factory doors opened wide, sunlight pouring in. Ferruccio climbed behind the wheel and rolled forward, toward the road, toward destiny. But in that moment, the future of Lamborghini began to move, not in rivalry, but in pure, unstoppable motion. Night settles over Sant'Agata. The factory sleeps, but a single light burns on. Beneath it, a shape rests under canvas, still, silent, waiting. A subtle breath of wonder. Hands pull the cover back, and chrome catches the glow. Smooth lines, restrained, elegant. Ferruccio's dream, now reborn in steel. Blueprints give way to reality. Engines sing with precision. Every curve a promise of what comes next. Orchestral, the 350 GT emerges. Italy's first grand tourer, worthy of its maker's name. Beauty, balanced by engineering. Power, shaped by purpose. From that first roar came evolution, refinement, perfection. And as the 400 GT took its place on the open road, Lamborghini had arrived. The age of the grand tourer had begun.